you guys look like you're modeling for some kind of clothing line. Hello and welcome to Hot Takes, the show of true views and made-up opinions. This is a show where people have crazy opinions. Some of them are going to be true, some of them are going to be false. And the other team have to figure out which is which. On the teams today, we have Ben and Jessica.
Woo! Thank you.
And on the other team, we have Owen and Sean.
Yes!
Yeah. So let's crack straight into round one. So I have two cards here. One says true and one says false. We're going to go to Jess and Ben first. Your topic is racing. Here are your cards. Okay, let's go to Ben first. What is your hot take on racing?
Running a marathon is not impressive.
Okay, running a marathon isn't impressive. And Jessica? Okay, this is an emotional one.
I think we need to get rid of jockeys in horse racing, and I think we should take the camel racing example and instead fit them out with tiny mechanical whipping boxes on the horse that are dressed like jockeys with little hats on.
Right. Okay, I think so.
It's cost effective. Cost effective. Yeah.
Is it?
No.
No, I don't think so.
So who do you want to question first?
So Jessica,
Yeah.
you're not offended by that it's the whipping of the horses. You're offended that it's
Yeah,
humans
you still want the
doing
whipping
the
in
whipping.
there.
It's the most humanitarian way.
Yeah. See. Yeah.
Well, if robots are doing it, I don't think it is.
He's got you there,
Well,
factually.
it's a human controlling the robot.
Oh, it's a drone.
So what's wrong?
No, it's a tiny mechanical box that sits on the back of the on the horse. Well, it
will be horse.
It would be horse. We've had great success in camel racing with these tiny mechanical whipping boxes that are dressed. This is important. They are still dressed like jockeys.
Jockeys, yeah.
They are wearing hats. The tiny boxes are wearing hats.
Yeah.
And they have a little arm that goes
Continuously.
as controlled by a human. And there's also a speaker so that the human can talk to the horse. And they're like, come on, go!
What's wrong with having human jockeys?
It is very taxing.
On whom?
The jockey.
Okay. Any questions for Ben? Marathons aren't... What was it again, Ben?
Running a marathon is not impressive.
Not impressive.
Have you run a marathon?
No.
Why not?
I don't want to.
It wouldn't be impressive.
It wouldn't be impressive. I think
Do you
that
think you could?
No.
So you don't think you could, but you don't think it's
but
impressive?
My point being that if everyone does something, then it's not impressive. Right? If you go and climb Mount Everest, oh my God, incredible, well done. If you're running a marathon in the Olympics, when you're at the peak of humanity, great, grand job. But if everyone is doing it, then it's just not impressive.
Well, Jedward famously ran no training.
Well, see, that to me is impressive because very specifically, if you rock up to the front, if you rock up to the race line, having had no experience, and then you run it, that's impressive. But a lot of these people have spent the last year, 2 years, running every day, running every other day. They've actually already ran several marathons, and then on the day, they just do exactly what they've been expecting to do, and then they've got people cheering them on, and they have hydration stations. Like, they've just done what they were going to do anyway. It's expected. Like, okay, I just cooked a dish like 500 times, and now I have made it well, yes.
So it's like the Roy Keane thinking where it's their job to do the marathon. It doesn't impress you.
I don't know what that is, but yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? What do
This
you
is
reckon?
tough because I think I have to lean towards Jessica's line because that's the idea of an insane person.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Okay, so
But also, I was with Jessica because I think she would find it very inhumane for the horses, or bad treatment for the horses. But when she said it's for the jockeys, so she's lying.
I think she's
so
absolutely
going for Jess is false and Ben is true. Please reveal.
Yeah.
Jess is false and Ben is true.
We got to do this.
Okay, it is Owen and Sean's turn now. Their topic is Italy. Please take a card. One is true and one is false. Okay, Sean.
Hot take.
Hot take. Please make it hot now. Please, for God's sake. We've got to get something hot out of it.
Italian food is better in America.
Okay. Pretty hot. Pretty hot.
Take.
Scoville
what have you got?
scale.
I believe they should open up the Colosseum back to full use.
Okay. So, questions.
Yeah. Wow, Sean, big claim.
Yeah.
Very big
As a
claim.
fellow American who has never been to Italy, I have nothing more to say on it.
Sean, have you been to Italy?
I have been to Italy.
Okay,
Yes.
that's good to know.
Okay, wow. Oh, geez.
And the food wasn't as good.
No, I mean America's. Well, I mean, Italians obviously went to America. I don't know if you know this, but the Italians that came over to America, established Italian food there, perfected the pizza.
What's different? What's different about it?
They love tradition, so they don't go
don't update.
past. They don't update. They don't try to. Whereas America, as Jess knows, wants to be the best at everything, so they constantly update and constantly improve. So their takes on the pasta, the pizza, is better, whereas Italians will do what their mother or grandmother has done.
Well,
It is.
and pizza, I believe, famously is an American dish and not an Italian one.
That's not true. It can't be true.
I mean, created by Italians, but I think I don't think pizza
Okay,
is
so
a
what do you guys think?
traditional-
Is Jess's hot take true or... Okay, do we have any questions for Owen? Owen, remind us of your hot take, please.
Yes, I believe the Colosseum should be back open to full use.
Full
That's
use.
a true statement.
I mean, do you know
True.
how full
As
use
it was used
OG?
before.
OG
Yeah, as it was
use,
used before.
or-
Interesting. See, I think there's recently been, maybe not to the times of the Romans, but people have started doing medieval knight fighting. Have you seen this? Where they have maces and swords and full sets of armor, and they really go at each other. But the armor's actually so good that they don't die; they survive. So something like that back on in the Colosseum, and everyone can go and watch. Like, what's it doing now?
Currently, the Colosseum is a ruins. There is no floor to it. So what would you do? Would you
Oh, you'd redo it, yeah.
redo it up?
You
Yeah,
could,
yeah.
because you could add some stadiums have where you can take off the pitch, so maybe people could play the football on
Retractable
it.
pitch.
Oh, sure.
Okay, yeah. And so you got gladiators in there fighting it out again.
Absolutely. Are you saying you wouldn't want to
Tigers?
go to that? Oh, you're convincing me now.
Feeding Christians to the lions.
Oh, you gotta.
You gotta.
Show their devotion to God Almighty.
What are you thinking here?
This is a tough one. It's a
Okay.
tough one.
I think
Sean
is telling the truth.
Okay,
I think
they're
so.
saying Sean is telling the truth and Owen is lying. Please reveal.
I was lying.
Oh, so close.
Okay.
Italian food is better in Italy. It's a better.
Jessica and Ben, your topic is discounts. Discounts. Take a card each. One says true and one says false. Okay, Ben, let's go to you first. What is your hot take on discounts while Jess reads her card?
M&S is the best discount supermarket.
Okay. And Jessica. Jessica has to double check because she's unsure about what Ben said. Jessica, what is your hot take on discounts?
Discounts is the single greatest hot takes topic that Mark could have possibly come up with.
I
Okay.
think we know the answer already.
It's fucking nuts. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we'd like. No, let's ask questions.
So let's ask some questions to fill out the format.
Ben, you need to explain yourself here. I know it's false, so tell me why it's
Listen,
not.
Yes.
after this, you're going to be mind blown, changed entirely. You're walking home, you're a little hungry. You go and you pick up a little pretzel, cheese-coated pretzel from M&S, and you're met by a wash of yellow labels, right? You walk over, you see a Colin the Caterpillar cake, normally €13, down to £5. That's more than 50% off, right?
Oh, so in Marks and Spencer's, they do a lot of discounts.
They have
Like
a
they bring
lot
the
of
prices
discounts,
down
right?
a lot.
So they have a lot of luxury items for like much cheaper than anywhere else that you would get them. So you can go in. Do you know what? I can walk in there and I can come home with a tub of cauliflower rice, some bean sprouts, and a family-sized tiramisu, and I would have never have got that. And do you know what? Yes, absolutely. I'm going to buy myself a family-sized tiramisu, and I'm going to eat it by tomorrow. But I would have never have got that anywhere else. And secondly, the best thing about buying discounted food in M&S is that you appear to have stealth wealth. You're walking around a very luxury supermarket. I'm the type of person who buys like Cavalier Dauphinoise. You know? That's what people think of me when I'm in there. But actually, I'm buying cheaper food than I would elsewhere in other supermarkets.
Now, famously, of course, Sean finds Ben naming foods hilarious. So this may be a secret tactic to throw him off. Okay.
He sold me. That's
Okay.
great.
Any
I like that.
questions for Jessica, who thinks that this is the greatest topic that I could ever have said?
Why?
Not only is this topic varied and detailed, but it is deep and spiritual.
In what way?
I mean, when you go somewhere and you find a discount, it is like a victory in your life. It is like if you go get a discount car, you're delighted. If you get discounted Dauphinoise potatoes,
exactly,
yeah,
Caballeros, Devil
yeah,
Wa.
absolutely. It is. Even the discount shops, I would argue, are a net positive for all.
Guys, what do you think?
It feels it would be cruel on Mark if Jessica was lying.
I don't know if she's worried about that. I think she's making a statement right now. But do you believe, Ben, that Marks and Spencer's is the greatest discount store?
I don't know if I'd believe him, but I do. Like I
do know.
I understand that. I think what's throwing me off is who would go and buy a whole column the caterpillar cake for €5
Yeah.
on the way
Or a
home,
family-sized tiramisu.
or a family-sized tiramisu, which you actually didn't name the price of.
Yes.
Ooh, a lot.
Oh, he plundered that. He plundered that.
Wait, a lot. That's not
Quite
a, great
a
discount
lot.
at all. Okay, what are you going to say?
I think Ben's lying. Do you?
I'll take your. I think the price there has sold me. I think Ben is lying too.
Okay.
So you think Ben is lying and Jessica is telling the truth? Will you please reveal?
Wait, no, do we? Whoa. Wait, hold on a sec. Do you think Jess is telling the truth? Yes. Yes, we do.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Ben is lying and Jessica is telling the truth. Please reveal.
No, I have bought cheap color the caterpillar cakes and family-sized tiramisus.
So they got that one wrong.
Yeah.
And a shock
My brain
of
is
all
catching up
shocks,
now. I don't believe
actually think
Jessica.
This was the greatest.
What do you? Yeah, of course you don't. She just said she lied.
Yeah.
It was obvious, and she said it before we started the show. You have got that one wrong. Okay.
It's all riding on this one.
Sean and Owen, your topic is drinks. I'm shuffling up the cards, and one says true and one says false. Please take a card. Okay. Sean, can you please give us your hot take on drinks?
The only drinks worth drinking should have
Yes.
eclectic paraphernalia in them.
Okay. Eclectic paraphernalia. Owen, what is your hot take on drinks?
I believe that when a group of people enter a bar to do rounds, they have to come into a set contract.
Okay. So, questions here. Paraphernalia or a rounds contract? Which you want to dissect first?
I mean, what, Sean?
Yes.
So, Shoni, you're talking about umbrellas and
Yeah.
little cocktail sticks
Okay.
and that kind of stuff.
Fun
Is that what
things.
you're saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Fun things.
See, I don't drink very often. So
Yeah.
when I do, I want to feel like I'm doing something different. I
So,
have to
what is
admit.
it about the paraphernalia? Do you play around with them?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
It gives me a talking point and
Talking point. Hey, what about this umbrella?
like, hey guys, look at that umbrella. And
Not a long conversation.
I mean, this is
it's
famously how you met your wife, I think.
It is, yeah. We were at a bar and I had cocktail straws, and it was love at first sight.
I believe you proposed with a swizzle stick, didn't you?
Well, see, now you're pulling on my improv instincts. I want to just
may
agreeing with
not
you on
necessarily
this.
be true. So if somebody gave you a drink, if somebody gave you a cocktail, okay, great, Sean. If you can just set reminders.
I didn't know my watch would do.
Set reminder for have a cocktail later.
Yes.
Okay, let's go to Owen then. Owen, what was your hot take again?
So I believe that when a group of people come into a bar to do rounds, they have to enter into a set contract.
Contract.
And is that a contract with the pub or a contract amongst each other?
I believe amongst each other.
Okay, I'm on board.
I have been told, I have been informed
I'm on board
that it's
with
a
this.
So how
Extra.
does the contract work? Basically, everyone's got to get a round of drinks. Is that it?
And everyone's going to pay. And so that's one part of it. Number two, you can't buy excessive drinks. Say everyone's having a delicious beer. They can't get a gin and tonic,
a cocktail.
Okay.
Fancy things.
What
in
if
it.
I showed up and wanted a fancy drink? I'm not allowed.
Oh, you wouldn't be in my contract.
Okay.
Contractually obliged to drink boring drinks?
But that's it. There may be another round contract that you could enter at another table.
Got it.
At another
Sean can
table.
just go and talk to other people if he wants a cocktail.
Correct.
Yeah.
If you want a cocktail and they want a cocktail, you have things in common. You can talk about your umbrellas.
Yeah.
How is somebody punished if they breach the contract?
Oh, well, they're not allowed to enter contract for maybe another month or two.
Okay.
Now, they can be there.
Right.
So they can buy their own drinks.
Right.
But they won't be able to enter this round contract.
Can I ask a question of my teammate?
I guess you can. Yes. Cross-examine. Treat him as a hostile witness.
What if I break the contract and I just come hang out with you guys? Have you ever had anyone try to slip in illegally afterwards?
Yeah, but I think that's because there was no contract set. I want this to be created.
Okay, what do you think, you two?
I mean, I do know that Sean is gluten intolerant and gets heartburn. I also do.
I do feel like I've seen him drink beer sans
Paraphernalia. Yeah.
Like if that is his true opinion, if that is true,
Yeah.
he is not practicing what he preaches, and that kind of upsets me as a member of the community.
So you're saying
I think Owen's telling the truth.
Owen's telling the truth.
I would agree.
Owen true and Sean false. Please reveal. Owen true, Sean false. That is a point
we
for that
fist bump?
team. Even those cards. Okay, it's time now for the quick fire round. This is where the teams haven't heard the topics before.
Whoa.
I'm going to tell them the topic, give them a true or false card, and they have to blurt out their hot take as fast as they can. There's no point in looking at the cards now, Jess. Those cards are useless to you.
Have
The
the
other team
cards.
have to
Have the
guess,
cards.
and you cannot ask any questions. You just have to straight away guess.
okay.
Yes. And we have to do as many as we can in 90 seconds.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay, and
Okay.
will you start the timer, please? Jess and Ben, your first topic is handshakes. Please take a card, true or false. Let's go to Ben first. What is your hot take on handshakes?
We should replace handshakes with pecks on the cheek.
Okay, and Jess?
Handshakes are actually the most congenial way that you can greet somebody.
Okay.
Jess, true?
Oh, yeah. Because Ben's thing is already... That's a thing in some places.
Okay, you got to rush you for an
Yes,
answer.
okay,
What do you got?
What we say?
Where do you go?
Yeah,
What do you? I'll
I'm
go
going to
with you.
say, Ben is telling the truth.
Ben is true, Jess is false. Please reveal. Ben is true and Jess is false. Okay, your next topic is cycling. Please take a card. Jess, let's go to you first. What is your hot take on cycling?
Cycling is the greatest achievement of modern man.
Okay, and Ben?
We should get rid of cycle lanes.
Okay.
Jess is lying.
Yeah.
So they're
Jess is
saying
lying.
Jess is
Jess
lying.
false, Ben true. Jess is true and Ben is false, so that's a point for them.
You cannot mean that.
I did at the time I said it.
Okay, the next topic is Gardaí. Please take a card. Let's go to you first.
Oh, the Angardi are hot.
Hot. And Jessica, what is your hot take?
I also feel that the Gardaí are hot.
Okay, they're both saying Gardaí are hot. Time is up. You can take a guess, though.
Ben lying? He didn't seem convinced.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah. Okay, Ben's
Ben
lying.
is lying.
Ben's lying and Jess is telling the truth.
ACAB, baby.
It is
Listen,
incorrect.
a man
So
in
that's point for
uniform
that
is
team.
hot.
Okay, 90 seconds on the clock. Begin the timer. Okay, your topic is the Netherlands. Please look at the card. Sean, let's get your hot take on the Netherlands.
Amsterdam is one of the most impressive cities in the world.
Okay, and Owen.
There are too many flowers in the Netherlands.
Okay, which do we believe, which do we not?
Sean's true.
Okay, saying Sean is true. Please reveal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could have tried harder. I could have
Yes.
tried harder.
Okay, the next
It's
topic.
hard.
The
Put
next
you on the
topic is sea swimming. Owen, let's go to you first. Sea swimming.
It's okay if everyone doesn't know how to swim.
Okay, all right, Sean.
Sea swimming is a new mania sweeping the nation.
Okay, which of those is true? Which is
telling
false?
the truth.
So what's she saying?
Owen's telling the
Saying
truth.
Owen is telling the truth. Please reveal. No, it was the other way around.
I can explain
But
that
it is
after.
You get a
okay
point.
if not everybody does. It's not if you're sea swimming.
Next topic is supermarkets. Let's hear Sean your hot take on supermarkets.
Supermarkets
Yes.
are a life without supermarkets is pain.
Okay, I like that too. Okay.
M&S has the best discounts.
Okay, which is true?
I mean, I feel like I convinced him with my argument, so
So you're saying
I think Owen's telling
Owen
the
is
truth.
telling the truth? Please reveal.
Yeah.
Owen is telling the truth, and time is up. Okay, that's the end of hot takes for today. These guys are hopeful, but in fact, the winners this week are Ben and Jessica. Commiserations to Owen and Sean.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Hearty
Good job.
handshake
Yeah.
there, and well done to Jess. And they are holding up the thumb trophy that was there all along. And we will see you next time on Hot Takes, where we are going to be taking some hot and giving it to you so that you can feel a little bit hotter about yourself. Next time, goodbye.